In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most gracious, the most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. It is you we worship, and upon you we call for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not of those against whom there is anger, nor of those who are misguided. In Surah Fatiha, basically, the examiner is trying to assess the knowledge of the candidate, what the candidate has understand from this passage. Basically, from the first line, we understand the importance and the majesty, the Allah Almighty, that there is no one but Allah, and you have to explain the Tawheed or oneness of Allah, that there is no one but Allah who helps everyone and is most merciful. In the second line, you can see that Lord of the worlds, which means that there is no God but Allah. In the third line, you can explain this the most gracious, the most merciful. Again, you can include the oneness of Allah, include basic points of Allah such as Tawheed, what is the Allah has given us, and what are His blessings. Here are some certain points which you can explain in very detailing, such as that Allah does not have ears but He can hear everything. Allah have no eyes but He can see everything, and He never sleep. In the fourth line, the Master of the Day of Judgment. Now you are required not to give a detailing account, but only a brief account on the Day of Judgment. That what is the Day of Judgment, what are the importance, but you should not go in a detailing because this is not the Surah Fatiha overall, but only one sentence. Okay? And the fifth one is it is you we worship, which means that Muslims worship Allah, and upon you we call for help. And indeed, a Muslim only asks for Allah and beg for Him and for no one. Guide us to the straight path. You can write this that most of the Muslims who are born Muslim but go towards astray or follow the falsehood which Allah hates the most. So it is the best prayer ever to guide us on the straight path. In the seventh line is most detailing to be written that the path of those you have blessed, not of those against whom there is anger, nor of those who are misguided. The path of those you have blessed, it means that you have blessed means the righteous personalities. For suppose a true Muslim. So we should follow the straight path, okay, and not of those against whom there is anger. It means that Allah is already angry from unbelievers. And from the misguided one, the one who go to astray, Allah hate them most. So we are not required to follow the path which may lead us to hell. What is the importance of Surah Fatiha in the Muslim community? Basically, the Surah Fatiha is fundamental for every Muslim because this is the surah which we requires to recite in every rakat of the prayer, five obligated prayers, and also the other prayers. It is very essential for the one who has died and is resting in the peace. We recite Surah Fatiha so that he could relax after the death. Also, Surah Fatiha helps in certain conditions such as in the problems in life, many Muslims used to recite Surah Fatiha. It is mostly helpful and it really helps. Surah Fatiha is the first surah of the Holy Quran. This shows the importance of Surah Fatiha. Remember that this is not the first surah revealed on Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, but is the surah which, during the time period of compilation, the Prophet instructed to keep the Surah Fatiha at the first page of the Holy Quran.